Like to adjust the retention on your guard dog outside the waistband light-bearing holster? Hi, I'm Carl with BlackDog Concealment. Let me show you just how easy this is to do. Adjusting the retention on a guard dog outside the waistband light-bearing holster. Let me show you how this is done. The things you're going to need is a hairdryer or a heat gun, your holster, a safety check pistol, and a glove. You'll also need your light attached. Because of the large channel that we have to build into these holsters to accommodate the lights, we can't use a trigger guard like we normally would for retention. Instead, we use the light itself. On a TLR1, for example, we use this shoulder right here for the retention. This 300 Ultra Surefire also has a shoulder, but we can also use the bezel of the light. So each light is a little different, so the retention's a little different on the different holsters that we make. So what we do is after we apply the retention and fit it, we mark the area that we applied the retention with a white pencil. So when you receive your holster, you can see exactly where we applied the retention. So to get started, we'll take our pistol, put it in the holster. There's that nice KYDEX click. But let's say that retention's a little too tight. We want to loosen it. With the gloved hand, we're going to mask around that dimpled area so that we don't overheat the rest of the holster and lose the definition we have. This way we're just going to warm that little dot that we have marked. After we get it warmed up, we're going to slowly remove the holster and we'll see that indentation start to disappear, and that will lessen the retention. So I'm slowly heating it up as I remove the light. I don't know if you can see it, but that dent, that indentation is lifted a little bit, so we have less retention now. If I were to put too much heat on this, let's say with a heat gun on high, and applied too much heat at one time, this could possibly get shiny. The KYDEX could get shiny. If it does, you can take a wet Scotch-Brite cloth and give it a scrubbing and actually remove that shine. So let's take a little bit more retention out of this. Okay, that's much looser. I've still got the click. It's still staying in, but it's quite a bit less retention. Now if I want to increase the retention, just reverse the process. Apply heat. And press in the KYDEX. I'm pressing it right into that indent. Let that cool a second. I took the belt loop off of this side just to make it a little easier to get the heat gun in there. But the important thing is, when you think you've got your retention right, make sure you put the gun on and then try the retention. If you're a slimmer guy, you might actually bend the holster in a little bit. If you're a heavier guy like myself, you might bend it out a little, and that can change the retention. So your final check should always be with the holster in place. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah, that's much better. So I hope this answers your questions on how to adjust the retention on one of our GUARDDOG light-bearing holsters. If you have any questions, feel free to email us or give us a call and we'd be glad to answer them for you. Have a nice day.